welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to be comparing two facial self tanners, two that I am really loving right now. So it is the Dolce Glow by Isabel Alyssa Acqua Hydrating Face Mist and the loved Coco and Eve Sunny Honey Antioxidant Face Tanning Micro Mist. I'm obsessed with this one and I've been using it for a hot minute now, and I'm obsessed with this one that I just recently tried. So I wanted to compare the two and see which one I like more and which one I think is more worth the money. So before we get started, please, as usual, give this a huge thumbs up for me and please subscribe to the channel. Really helps me out. Thank you so much if you do. And you get 3 videos a week, so please don't miss out on 3 videos every single week. But if you want to see me compare these two, stay tuned for the rest of the video. Okay guys, like I said, very excited to compare these two. I love both of them and I feel like they both have such good qualities about them. So I just wanted to compare and see what I like more and what I think is more worth the money, because I have been obsessed. Like, this is one that I grab almost every single time I'm not filming a facial self tanner video. I love this and I always go back to it because I know it's going to give me like the perfect facial tan. And then this I just recently tried, but I'm absolutely obsessed and I totally see myself just forgetting about every other self tanner for the face and only using this because I love it that much. So I wanted to see if like this one takes the spot of this one. So I have them both pulled up on Ulta and I'm going to try to read their descriptions fast because my battery is about to die. So the first one I have pulled up is Coco and Eve. It's the Antioxidant Face Tanning Micro Mist. So this one goes for $30 and it's 2.54 ounces. So that's pretty good, like a pretty big amount for 30 bucks. And then the summary says, Coco and Eve Sunny Honey delivering sun-kissed radiance and a healthy dose of hydration. This face tanning micro mist is packed with antioxidants and hyaluronic acid-like actives to supercharge your glow and is made with a unique micro mist technology which maximizes penetration for a flawless glow, delivers a gorgeous sun-kissed glow without any sun damage, protects against free radical damage and with powerful antioxidants. And then for the how to use, it says spray 3 to 5 times. No need to rinse off and then let it develop throughout the day. And then the Dolce Glow, this is the Acqua Hydrating Self-Tanning Face Mist. Goes for $36, but you get 3.4 ounces. So it is $6 more than the Coco and Eve, but you get 3.4 ounces versus 2.54 ounces. So that's almost a whole ounce more in the Dolce Glow one. So this summary says, Acqua Hydrating Self-Tanning Face Mist by Dolce Glow is a decadent blend of moisturizers to lavish your face in a flawless, natural-looking, sun-kissed sheen. Its mess-free application and ultra-fine mist leaves you feeling hydrated, dewy, and refreshed. Use as a primer or setting spray. In my case, I'm not using it as either. I have it ready to go for my self-tanner night. And then it says, Ultra Hydrating Face Mist can be used as primer under makeup or as setting spray over makeup if that's something that you like to do. Buildable color for a subtle or deeper tan, plumps and rejuvenates the skin for a younger, healthy glow. Easy to apply, streak-free, even coverage, fast drying, buildable color, paragon-free, sulfate-free, dermatologist tested. And then the how to use for this one says spray 4 to 5 times on the face. And then develops over 6 to 8 hours without needing to rinse it off. So they sound very similar, but of course there's like little differences between them too. Like, I feel like the Dolce Glow one just sounds a little bit more like luxurious in the way that it's described, if you know what I mean, and the way that it's saying it's super moisturizing and blah blah blah. But then the Coco and Eve one with the antioxidants, it just sounds very like healthy and good in that way. So they both have really great things about them. Packaging wise, Dolce Glow wins all day every day. I don't know if you guys think the same way I do, but this one, for only being $6 more than the Coco and Eve, blows the Coco and Eve one out of the water with the packaging. Like, this is glass, and it is thick glass, you guys, and it is just so luxurious with like the frosted glass. It just looks like it's very much more expensive than it is. This one looks like it would be like 20-30 bucks. It's nothing special, it's like plastic, but it is very cute. Like, I still love this. I love the details, but this one wins, if you ask me, with packaging. I love both, so I know I'm gonna like both of them a lot. I just wanna see how they compare next to each other, specifically with how deep I get a color with both of them. So I think now all that's left to do is apply, and then we'll talk details afterwards. So I'm gonna do Dolce Glow on my left and Coco and Eve on my right, and then we'll talk after. So let's get started. Okay guys, I just finished applying. So first thing I noticed was smells on both of them. Dolce Glow doesn't have a smell at all, which I honestly prefer. Like I always say, I'd rather have no smell than a good smell, because then you just don't notice anything and it doesn't bother you, nothing like that, especially for people that are sensitive to that. The Coco and Eve one, I actually like the smell of this one, but again, I prefer no smell, so I would go with Dolce Glow on that front. Other thing I noticed, the mist that comes out of the Dolce Glow one is so much more fine and like soft than the Coco and Eve. So I do feel like with the Dolce Glow, you would probably need a couple more pumps than you would with Coco and Eve to get like every part of your face saturated. With the Coco and Eve, it took hardly anything. I almost wish I put less than I did, but I tried to do like the same amount of sprays on both sides. This side was so much more wet, you guys. Like, I was like dripping a little bit with the Coco and Eve, but I almost kind of prefer the feeling of the Dolce Glow one on my face. Like, it didn't feel as wet. It just felt like it just like melted into my skin. Still hydrated, of course, but less of that like wet feeling. And I feel like you can kind of see it when you're looking at like this side versus this side. You could see like this side's a lot more wet than the Dolce Glow side. I love the outcome of both, like as far as looks go, but yeah, I do want to say the Coco and Eve one, when I sprayed around my eyes, I know you're not supposed to do that, but I do. I feel like with the Coco and Eve, it did burn a little bit more than with the Dolce Glow. So I think overall right now, just with first initial thoughts after applying, I'm kind of team Dolce Glow. I'm like leaning that way a little bit, but of course tomorrow, once the color develops and everything is finished, we'll see what actually looks better and what I prefer. So I'm gonna go sleep on both of these, and then once I wake up tomorrow, I will show you guys how they both turned out, give you final thoughts, let you know which one I think is more worth it. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay guys, I'm back. It's the next day and here is my face. I feel like I'm looking a little bit crazy because I don't know about you guys, but I could see a difference in the sides for sure. I feel like the Coco and Eve side does look a little bit darker than the Dolce Glow side does, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I do kind of prefer the color that the Dolce Glow is giving me. I know, I feel like that's kind of crazy to say because I usually love like the dark self tans, but I just feel like the Dolce Glow side looks more natural and it still gave me a ton of color. So I have to say I like how this side looks better. And just not only that, but I feel like the way that the Coco and Eve one is like sitting in my pores around my nose is a lot more noticeable than on the Dolce Glow side. Like, I don't know if you guys could see what I'm seeing, but I feel like it looks a lot darker around my nose on the Coco and Eve side. So it does settle into your pores a little bit more. They both look like even, like there's no splotchiness or patchiness on either side, so I appreciate that. The only thing that I was honestly shocked by and didn't like about the Coco and Eve side, last night when I was done filming, I literally looked in the mirror and this whole side of my face was red, you guys. And I like went up to Henny and I was like, do you see my face? Like, why is my face all red? And it was like hot and itchy for some reason. I literally don't know why, because it's never happened to me before, and I wear this one a lot. So I was like, what is going on? And it was only this side of my face, you guys. Like the side that I put the Dolce Glow one on, it did not happen, but the Coco and Eve side, I literally was like, oh my god, my face is red. So I was like scared for a second there. I gave it like a little bit of time. Henny told me to just like wash it off, but I didn't want to because I wanted like to see the result at the end for the video. So I was like, let me just like hang in there. And it did go down after like, I want to say like half an hour. It kind of settled down and I was fine, but that scared me for a second. I'm not gonna lie. And again, that's never happened to me before. So I don't know why it did last night, but yeah. So Coco and Eve was not as gentle on my skin as the Dolce Glow. The Dolce Glow literally felt like there was nothing on my skin. It still felt so moisturized. But the Coco and Eve one definitely felt more like wet and a tiny bit more sticky than the Dolce Glow one did. And again, I just feel like the overall look of this side is a little tiny bit nicer in my opinion than the Coco and Eve side. And I'm honestly a little bit surprised overall because I love the Coco and Eve one so much. And I was like so ride or die for this self tanner. But I am gonna have to say that the Dolce Glow wins in today's video. I think just like with everything I've listed, the Dolce Glow just kind of was always one step ahead of the Coco and Eve one. So I'm gonna have to say my winner is the Dolce Glow. Highly recommend. I love both, but this one just stole the show today. So Dolce Glow is the winner, but that's it. So comment and let me know what you guys think about how both of them look, which one you prefer. Let me know if there's any other self tanners out there that you want me to try. Give this a big thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel, but stay tuned and I will see you guys in the next video.